What my man Jay-Z say?
Welcome to the Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice podcast. I'm Ferdinand, the bringer of balance, leader of many disciplines, and one of your hosts of the Love, Truth, Peace, Freedom, and Justice podcast. But I'm here with the infamous. I'm here with that brother. We call him Maurice Pennington Bey. How you doing, brother?
Islam, Islam, Islam. All is well, Mo. All is well. We well. We definitely well. Yeah. It's
Today
time,
we're gonna
man.
be talking about peace under pressure. It's
Hmm.
it's Wednesday. Today is our peace day, and always remember, y'all. On Mondays, it's love.
That's right.
Tuesdays, truth. Wednesdays, peace. Thursday, freedom. And Friday is justice. All right. So
It's
today's our
justice.
peace
That's
day. And
right.
we're going to be talking about peace under pressure, navigating
Mhm.
the challenges of being peaceful in this land we call America. What you got to tell
That's
us
right.
about that, Brother Bay?
Well, first I want to talk about the difficulties in conceptualizing peace under the situation and the condition that most of us live in, and the situation and condition not just for us as Moorish Americans, but just for us, living in the world today. Peace is it's kind of becoming a foreign concept. What I'm noticing, especially with the new technology, and I want to start at the beginning, just for our children. Everything is so rapid nowadays that right there creates kind of like a chaotic or a forever, active, in the various directions for the mental, But for us, when we become adults and just, outside of the normal responsibilities that every adult has for Asiatic or Moorish American here in society, just dealing with all of the prejudices and the systemic inequalities, they are real. They are real. And it's difficult for a lot of us to navigate. So to be able to create peace under this condition is an art form that you have to learn. That's that master alchemy. That you come to the Moore Science Temple of America to be taught. So that's where it all starts at. Learning how to create peace under pressure.
I agree. Peace under pressure. I truly believe, and I would say at this point in my life, I know that peace under pressure, for somebody to be effective in that space, they would need to know thyself,
Absolutely.
because you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested with, well, I'm gonna give you an example, right? I'm gonna give you a real good example. um I've been in the entertainment industry for a very long time, and I've been at the highest levels of the entertainment industry when it comes down to like news and correspondence of just different stuff that's happening in the world. I was a combat journalist, and
Hmm.
one of my homeboys told me that you're tested by the highest in those in those circles,
Hmm.
because they learn your desires. If
Hmm.
you like coke, they're gonna make sure you got a boatload of it. You like women, they're gonna make sure the best ones is in the building. You like whatever it is you like, whatever it is you desire, they're gonna make sure it's so much in there that you overindulge in it, and now you theirs. And
Hmm.
these are some of the challenges that we face to get to peace. Especially when we're really, really talented and all that. But if we know thyself, I think that it I think that it puts us in a position to have just enough self discipline to notice the trap and to be able to bypass it.
That's right. That's right. I absolutely agree. Something that the Quran says, the Quran talks about heaven and hell, not being places, but being actually states of mind. So, what we learn in the Moore Science Temple of America is those particular lessons and exercises that allows for us to master our minds. So, in mastering our minds, we know that we actually create, our living conditions or our living mind space. My brother Shay Rayil used to always talking about, having the chaotic mind space versus the peaceful mind space and the ability to create this space for yourself. And as a Moorish American, somebody who knows themselves, they know that this ability, that this capacity actually exists within them. You see? So all of the distractions that people have today, it kind of stop us from being able to do those exercises that will bring about peace, the meditation, the prayer, the contemplation. And one thing that I find so peaceful is to actually establishing and setting goals for myself. When I set goals for myself, and then I know I can direct my consciousness, which is going to move my body towards those goals, then I'm no longer even really like subject to all of the chaos, even though it's there. I expect the chaos. The Quran says, who are you Muslim not to be tested? And knowing that I am a Muslim, I know that I'm going to be tested. So I expect the obstacles. I meet them as, resistance. It's like always, an exercise of strength for me. And that's me knowing myself. While I also understand that so many don't know themselves. So these obstacles, they had a different type of effect on them. The impact is totally different than it is from you and I. Being a combat journalist, just going through the rigorous, exercise that it takes to even get to that point in the military. It teaches you to expect resistance and then respect resistance, because you know what, meeting that resistance does for you. That's the knowledge itself. So yeah, I agree, Mo.
Yeah, facts. Knowledge itself. Without it, I just feel like trusting is almost not even really possible to do it effectively. Like you'll still trust, but you'll
Mm-hmm.
more than likely trust the wrong things or trust the wrong people. You'll trust the wrong processes. Because in my opinion, you'll be out of balance.
Mm-hmm.
Everything comes into balance with knowing thyself. And that to me includes peace. We
Yes.
can have the greatest peace and harmony under pressure simply by knowing thyself. And this goes back to teachings from Noble Drew Ali. He consistently was teaching us to know thyself, to
Mm-hmm.
to to go out and have courage and be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of people being myself, but
Mm-hmm.
I've gained all the right friends. I've
That's right.
gained all the right people by being myself. And
Mm-hmm.
this is how this podcast comes into fruition
That's
is
it.
by
Say that.
being myself, and then that vibration that I was putting out, that
Mm-hmm.
that polarized degree of vibrational energy that I was putting out into our multiverse, well, it was picked up by someone else who was resonating at a similar frequency.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Hey, check this out, right, Mo? When we understand our own personal value, you know, that's it. We are the children of the Most High God. I don't believe that it's being preached enough, you know, to the Moors and the Asiatics in America by those whose job it is to do the preaching, that we are the children of God. Yes, I'm a Muslim, and I declare without a doubt or contradiction that we are the spiritual children of God. That's what Moabite means. Moabite means seed of the Father. Chapter 1 of the Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple of America says that man, like every other thought of Allah, was but a seed. Was but a seed. So by us being the children of God and then having within us all the attributes of God, we are so valuable. And when you understand your value, you're not going to throw yourself into situations unworthy of yourself. And then you also got to understand the laws of attraction. When you put that powerful etheric vibration out, then others that have that same type of vibration is going to just draw to you. We come together to form like this big Moorish Voltron, to meet our opposition. And that's what happens. Well, I mean, just think about it. What was it, a week ago? A post on Facebook, where I know for a fact that I had actually put my feelings into those words. Remember that in the beginning was the word, and the word was God, and the word was with God. So I had put my feelings, that my vibration traveled on that post. And look what it brought back. Look what it
Yeah,
brought back. That's power, Mo.
absolutely. That's
Yeah,
peace under pressure, and that's righteousness resonated.
that's right.
So I'm very happy that we came together. And this is a good point in the show where I want to let all the Moors out there, all the Asiatics out there know, like, comment, share,
Yeah.
subscribe. Hey, y'all better go to this brother's page, Bay the True Forever. Get on over there and like that page, man. Listen, y'all need to make sure this brother by the end of the week got 10,000 likes on that page. Go watch some videos. Go support this brother. All right, he is giving righteousness to the people. And the brother's up there in Illinois doing some amazing things with the Moors, and he's doing it the way the prophet taught to do it. Okay, this is what faithful is.
Mhm. I want to take time too to let to tell the Moors, a little bit about that the name of that page, the name of this persona or energy that I want to put out, Beta Truth Forever. Govern the truth forever, for too long. And I'm speaking from a finite perspective, because we are here in Asia. For too long, we have allowed for others to govern our truth. We have allowed for others to, impact us with their own propaganda to, create aesthetics and then hand them to our children like poison candy. And it's just destroying us mentally. It's taking us so far off track. And these ones, are getting way, way ahead of us on the world stage. It's a competition where we are a nation of people. The Prophet Noble Ali said, "Wake up, you sleepy Moors. Can't you see that you are a people?" So when I say beta truth forever, I'm speaking about us, taking the situation in our own hands, taking control of the situation and governing our own truth. It's time for us to govern our own truth. All the Moors know that Bey is our governors, and you might be an eel, I'm a Bey, while at the same time we know that we are all eels and bays. We just, have these particular attributes that, that just ride forth, outside of us more than others. But at the same time, always time for us to govern the truth. So that's what that means, so ones can get a crystal on that, something that I want to talk about, when we're dealing with peace under pressure. This is all this particular episode is about peace under pressure here in America, because we're in a pressurized situation. So this is a divine circumstance. Allah has placed us here. He said that perfected man must pass through all the ways of life. And so a carnal was full and manifest, a nature that sprang forth from fleshy things. And what we see right now in this world, in this society today, where we are, is a pressurized situation. And the situation is here so that we can be the strength of Allah made manifest. So first and foremost, Moors, know thyself and know that first. Second, here, America, it is not being preached enough by those whose job it is to preach to the Moorish Americans that you are home. The Prophet Noble Ali said that you are home. He said that the European is 3,000 miles from home, and he's going to have to take water. But you are home. Some erroneously believe that this is, oh, we got here first, or we came here first. No, so far as finite existence goes, we are indigenous to this part of the earth. It is the best part of the earth. Right here where I am right now in the Midwestern part of the United States of America is the best farmland on this planet. Why wouldn't we be here? Why wouldn't we be indigenous from here, knowing that it is our responsibility to feed ourselves and to feed our family and to feed our citizens of our nation, our members of our divine body,
Let
So
me chime in on
yeah,
that just 1 second. Right. One of
yeah,
the things that I do want to point out about that farmland is one of the largest freshwater sources on the planet is a few miles away from you, as you
that's
already
right.
know, which is a big
Mm-hmm.
reason why that farmland is so fertile. The
So
Mississippi
rich.
Valley,
Miss it. That's right.
the original Nile.
That's right. And this is ours. The Prophet Noble Ali said that the Nile River was dredged for commercial reasons. This speaks to, the intellectual capacity of our people. It's in our DNA. So when you have ones demonstrating the active European psychology, making you believe that your history began with slavery, then it takes you away from connecting with what's inside of you, that divine natural ability passed down by all of those who came before you. Remember that man cannot die, Moors. No living thing ever dies. All within us, all our ancestors live, and our most ancient ancestor lives right inside of our heart. He is right there waiting to commune and to guide us whenever we need him, and that's Allah, the great God of the universe. So that's why ones is always trying to put some type of substance into your body, to cause that debasing, situation between you and God to just be exaggerated, and something else. All right. Because Moors, know that you are home. We are citizens of the United States of America. We are the indigenous people of this land. Know that first and foremost. And I'm only speaking from the finite perspective of existence, because we are not created things. The Quran teaches us that we are spirits and parts of Allah. Now, know that Allah is not something that is evolving or changing. God is the truth. So if Maurice Pennington Bey was one lock on the head of Allah, Allah has always had that lock, which means that I have always been. So from the finite point of view, we talking about from the condition of physical existence, we are indigenous to this land. I want the Moors to do this. I want the Moors to stop trying to lay claim to small portions of this particular world when the universe belongs to us. All right, Moors? That's what I want the Moors to focus. I want the Moors to actually focus on their complete and whole identity. All right, as the children of the Most High God, seeds of the Father. All right. All right. So we're gonna stop, dividing ourselves by saying I'm from here, they're from there, I'm from this temple, they're from that temple. No, we are spirits. So we are all connected, man.
You
We
know,
are
that's
all
a really good point
universally
that you made.
connected.
That's a really good point that you made about us
Islam,
separating.
little Mo.
I, hey, say what's up, Trigger. All right, say hi to everybody. Say hi to the world.
Islam.
Um, I really want to dive in on that because I do believe that through European psychological conditioning, we have we have focused on separating ourselves. They don't have to separate us anymore. It's us separating ourselves. We've separated ourselves by astrological time frames of history. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm a Taurus, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a this, I'm a that, and then you got I'm light skinned, I'm dark skinned, I'm this, I'm that, and then you got I'm Christian, I'm Moor, I'm Hebrew Israelite, I'm black, I'm African American,
Goodness gracious.
all of these different things create sects. They create
Yeah,
division that's not necessary. We're all part of one main family at the end of the day, right?
that's
You've got the organic family, right? Dr. Sabi talked about them. I'm not going to go deep into that, but if you want to know about the organic family, go study Dr. Sabi. But then we've got mankind, we've got humans, right?
mhm,
Yes, we've got different types of humans, but we're talking about one main vibration with varying degrees of polarity within
mhm,
each of these different individuals, but we still are one in the same, and we
mhm.
still are all brothers and sisters. And these are the kind of things that I really think that we need to find a way to transcend,
That's right.
because this is what
Yep.
creates the infighting. This is what takes us away from the peace under pressure. The pressure kind of, helps us fold without us really knowing it. Sorry about that, little man knocked out my Bluetooth. But
Okay.
yeah, man, it's a thing of division. Division has to come to an end, if we're going to rise in unity. And this is also a good point here where, I want to let everybody know, like, share, comment, subscribe. Get on
Mhm.
over there to our brother's page. All right. Let me put this back on the screen. All right. Bathe the truth forever. Y'all get on over there and show this brother some love. Okay. This brother told me yesterday. All right. And I was highly impressed by hearing this. because for a long time I was doing the exact same thing. I've been preparing for years to step into leadership at the highest levels. And I'm listening to this brother say, "Hey man, I've been preparing for 16 years." And most people would hear that and then would have just went right past them. It would have went in this one and right out of that one, right? But when I heard it, I was like, "Oh wow, now I understand why he was so confident. Why the prison nurse or whoever it was that said, 'Hey, you got a confidence problem. You too confident.' Like, what are you talking about? That's what I'm supposed to be. Because I know thyself. Because I've been preparing for my assignment, because I've been
Mhm.
preparing to be ready when I am called, when I have been chosen.
Mhm.
So these are things that we need to celebrate. We need to celebrate people who find that, because we got so many people out here who are lost. They're wandering in the wilderness. They don't even know they're wandering in the wilderness, but everybody else is bigging them up because they got 20,000 in the bank account, because
Mhm.
because they got the nice house. They got the cool car sitting in the driveway and all these material things is why they get the praise. But I want to praise this brother right here because he's doing what he's supposed to do. No matter who supports him, it don't make a difference. All that ever matters is we do what we're supposed to do, and what we're supposed to do will be revealed to us when we know
Mhm.
thyself.
I want to say thank you, bro, and it's an honor. It's an honor, and it's humbling. All right. I also want to say that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that a member's interest can be in only one direction. So for me, coming into the Moore Science Temple of America, praise be to Allah, I came into the Moore Science Temple of America not knowing all of the divisions and the sectism within the temple. I didn't have that. So when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that a member's interest can be in only one direction, I took that as a criteria. If I wanted to be a part of this national and divine movement, then I had to focus my intentions, and that made me learn to be intentional. So I aspired to be one who participated in the uplifting of fallen humanity. I established, within myself what that means according to my own personal unique passions, desires, and abilities. And then I actually sat down and I got many, many, many different, charts and graphs and notes that I took and said, hey, you know what? I mapped out my own space and how I was going to get to that point. And I'm working towards that right now today. I'm not there yet. I don't feel like I will be there yet until I start to see change, made within, at least a small group of Moors that I'm a part of. I want to say that when we talk
So let's
about
go let's go
peace
let's go
under
back.
pressure,
Let's go back just for a second. Let's go
okay.
back just for a second on something that you said. Because iron
Mhm.
sharpen iron, as my homies tell me, right?
That's
And
right.
you told me yesterday that Noble Drew Ali said that Bible is ours. And one of the things it says in that
Absolutely.
Bible is that, and I'm not quoting it directly, I may be paraphrasing, but we are supposed to be speaking things into existence. We are supposed to be speaking as if it is already done. So all
Mhm.
those things that you saying that you not there yet, I guarantee you already there. And you blessing others with that ability of you being there. And see what we're really talking about, and I'm gonna be quiet after this because I didn't want to interrupt your measure. But
Mhm.
what we're really talking about here is how the brain works, how the
Yeah.
reticular activating system works in the brain once we create once we create a real vision in the
Mhm.
mind that we believe to be true. Once we know it to be true, the subconscious mind automatically creates that physical reality for us. So this is the reason why I speak the way that I speak. And I already know you a powerful being, my brother. So you already there. It is already done. It is so.
Islam, Islam, Islam. Thank you again. Um, thank you. When we talk about peace under pressure, this is why I want to share something with the Moors, right? And I really want to share this with those ones out there who may be going through this, because I know that in this I am not unique because it's the nature of us. It's part of the Negro problem. But when you take a stance in your life like I took, you start to have these real lonely spaces in your life, because so many people who are driven not by truth. Remember, the Prophet Noble Ali said that the same truth that draws you will drive you. But there are a large segment of us who are driven not by truth. They are driven by those material things that you pointed out. They are driven by flattery, especially with this age of social media. A lot of people, are driven by flattery. They want the likes and they want the little hearts to pop up on the screen for them. Those things turn them on. But for me, that's just not the case. That's just not the case. I am dead serious about uplifting fallen humanity. I am absolutely dead serious about creating a day for my great granddaughter's granddaughter where they don't have the challenges that we have. I know they're going to have their own set of challenges, but today is my responsibility to relieve them from the same stresses and pressures that I have to go through in order to get to a peaceful state and a peaceful condition within my own mind. I want to today work so that my great granddaughter's granddaughter don't have to go through this crap. You understand me? So if I got to do it all on my own, then I accept that, and I know that it's going to be spaces and droughts when it comes to, just having those fun times where you just want to lay your head down and let loose, man. The work that we got to do is a great and mighty work. So for all of you Moors out there, and for all of you Asiatics, because like I said yesterday, we do not have a monopoly on this job of uplifting fallen humanity. Know that you are not alone in feeling the way you feel. Yes, it gets lonely. It definitely gets lonely. Man, I was in prison. Listen, I'm different. I'm different. So guys to be there, they be get to talking about, what's going on with P. Diddy and what's going on with Kim Kardashian. And I don't care about what's going on with them. What's going on right now in Congress? What laws is they going to pass to be able to release some of this tax that my mother and my sisters and my friends out there in society had to pay? Like the Prophet Noble Ali said, they being taxed to death. You understand what I'm saying? Well, who gonna do something about that? What's going on with this cyber bullying that all our children are going through, and this cyber bullying that's causing our young people out there in the streets to kill one another at a rate that we have never seen before. We've
Facts.
never seen this
Hey,
before.
brother.
Yeah.
Hey, brother Bay. Hey, we got a comment. If you don't mind, man, touch on that. You know who the indigenous realist is?
Absolutely. Islam, Mo. That's my Mo right there. That's Alan Calhoun, ill, the indigenous realist. And yeah, I learned a lot from this brother. Okay, what he say? He say, I'm here more, been searching everywhere. Okay, I want to talk about this brother right here. I wish we could can we bring him in?
Hey,
So,
we put the link. The link is in the is been put in the comments. So
yeah,
if the brother got some time, tell him to go ahead. Click the
yeah,
link. Come
click the
on in the
link.
room.
I would like for him to share with y'all, his story. But I'm gonna tell you about how I met him. Okay, so I met him in prison. I met him in prison. I seen him. He was, we was on lockdown. We was up in USP, Colorado, Florence, Colorado. But I seen him walking down the yard. He had his feds on. And the feds they don't allow for us to walk the yard with the feds on because one of the leaders in the Moorish Science Temple of America, wrongfully, mistakenly told them that the feds was a ceremonial headwear. So that say, okay, we're going to restrict y'all to the only ceremonies, which is Friday, Holy Day service, and Sunday school. That's when you can wear your feds. Okay. So leave that alone. So I see them at the time. And I'm Islam. I asked them, you got that, you're gonna run into trouble. That's how I first met them. Well, long story short, when Friday, Holy Day came, the Mo was in the temple, like all the Moors supposed to be. He was there making his meat. But it was the very first time. He said it was his first time ever coming into the temple. And I'm like, what? So he like, yeah, I'm no temple more, woo, woo, but I'm learning about the Prophet Noble Ali and embracing, what the Prophet, actually said. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. So he coming to the Moorish Science Temple of America. He shared with me, his concepts of more science and his concepts of, America being our home. and all of these type of things. And he say that he wasn't being provided with the right information. Like ones either didn't know and was faking like they knew or whatever. I stopped him right there, and I told him, I laid it out on the table. I say, listen, young brother, this what I want you to do. I want you to ask me anything you want to know about the Moorish Science Temple of America. Anything that you want to know, and I will answer your question. If I can't answer your question, me and you together, we will go out and we will get the answer so that you will have answers to this. You know what I mean? And that Mo did that, right? And now he's a faithful member of the Moorish Science Temple of America. He is in the process of joining the temple number 2. And you know what I mean, and he gonna help do this work. Y'all could go on YouTube. The little brother guy, man, I want to say probably 300-400 videos on
Hey, bro,
YouTube.
the
And
more
this
the
this
Mo
brother
just
says
just called
yesterday I
into the
was
room.
listening to a rap that he got on
Yeah,
there.
the Mo
So is they got
hey,
us
I don't know if you can
in
hear me.
the
Can you hear me,
matrix.
brother? Yeah, in the Matrix again, right? Hey, I got the Mo. He just came into the room. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the brother to the
Oh, they
stage. We
got
got
us in the
Indigenous
matrix.
Realist with us, y'all.
Yeah,
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you
it looked
doing?
like he coming.
Islam.
Islam, brother.
I'm
Hey, so
doing
we
great. It's
talk.
excellent. I
Hey,
woke up
brother.
this morning.
That's awesome. Hey, we talking
Islam,
about peace under pressure.
Yes,
Islam. How the
sir.
brother
Bro,
doing?
can you
I
give us a
just told
couple
him a
of
little bit
examples
about it,
of?
Mo. Why don't you go ahead
Oh, okay.
and tell everybody your story, Moab.
Okay. As
Hey,
far as
bro.
from what
I
perspective, brother
think your
man?
camera went off.
Okay.
Ah, awesome. You
Okay,
back?
I'm here.
Islam, awesome.
Islam. So from what perspective you want me to come from, brother man? I got a big
Man,
story with different
don't hey,
degrees within the story.
I mean, just right now, just break it down. Tell us how you come to identify yourself as a Moorish American, and then tell us how
Okay,
that
okay.
ultimately led you, and tell us how that ultimately led you into the
Okay.
Moorish Science Temple of America.
Okay. Well, I ran across, well, since I'm gonna start it from a child. From a child, my mother always told me, "You're not black. You are not black. Your father was an Indian. Your father was from Honduras. Your grandmother was an Indian. Your grandmother was from Louisiana. We're not black. Don't let anybody call you black." So in the third grade, we doing pictures. My teacher, my teacher came up to me. She was like, I know, I called the teacher, "Excuse me, teacher, what color am I supposed to use?" And she was like, "Well, you're black, but you should use brown." I said, "Well, if I'm black, why am I using brown? That means I'm not black, right?" She said, "No, you are black." I said, "No, I'm not black. I must be brown." And so it went from there. I got kicked. I didn't get kicked out of school. I got rolled up and stuff. For my mother didn't didn't punish me because this is what she taught me. And then fast forward to my grandmother. My grandmother was Geechee from Louisiana. Like she spoke the Geechee language. Like when she taught us, we understood. We didn't have to know the language. We knew what grandmother was saying. Okay, fast forward. I always been conscious, but I got woke up to so-called like Asiatic consciousness in 2010 by a brother from the Nation of Islam, a brother named Shabbat. I was in the county jail. He woke me up, taking me through the Bible, like, "Yeah, look at this, from Genesis all the way up to Revelation." The brother broke it down. Then I went in 2011 and I tapped in with Marcus Brown L. And that Marcus Brown L schooled me in the teachings of the prophet. And I knew I had came home, but there was no temple erected where we were at in that location. There's no temples out here in Texas, not out here in North Texas. There is no temple. And so I had all these years I've only had the Moorish Circle 7, the Moorish Holy Quran, the 101, the 101, and a few additional lessons. But then fast forward to 2023, I came across the brother Pennington Bey, and like he said, I'm coming down the stroll with my feds on. I'm on alert. I'm looking for the moles, and the moles found me. The brother was the acting chairman at the time. He was supposed to be the grand chief, but he was the acting chairman at the time because he loved to teach. He's a real teacher. And man, he said he learned so much from me. So I learned so much from that brother, man. Pennington Bey is the truth. Like, the man is the truth. Like, any perspective you want to come from, he ain't ducking no questions. He ain't ducking no dialogue. He ain't pushing no. Like the man is the truth. Like, the man is the truth. He ain't putting his spin on it. And I love his brother, and I love Drew Ali, and I love myself. That's about as much as that's about as good as I can get it right there. But what y'all been building on this morning? I just called in. I've been trying to find it. I'm like, man, the brother's on live. Can I find that? So I typed it in Google. And the show from yesterday pulled up. And then when I got here to the YouTube page, I seen it said live on the bubble, so I clicked the bubble and came in. That's where we at for today.
Islam. Islam.
Islam. Islam. We talking about peace under pressure, Mo. We talking about our
Okay.
supreme duty. We talking about our supreme duty,
Okay.
Mo.
Indeed.
Like the Prophet Noble Ali said, peace with oneself, peace with Allah, peace with all our fellow creatures. So that's what we talking about. So
Okay.
it sounds like you got a lot going on in the background back there. But
You know it.
again, Mo, I want to say thank you. I want to say I'm humbled by
When I heard that
by your
location,
measure.
hey, but oh, okay, I was gonna say when people come in, I'm just gonna mute my mic. You know my location, but I'm on the way to the house today. I'm on the way to
Islam.
the house today in a few hours. Islam.
Islam. Islam.
Islam. Congratulations, brother.
See, though, that's the thing, man. See, that's the thing right there that make it where I just can't quit, Mo. I can't quit. I can't stop no matter what. It be that right there. It be having these young brothers, these young Moors, these, even the older people, just, recognizing, that they have bore witness to the truth. They have bore witness to the actual effort. They bore witness to the words of life. The Quran speaks about the words of life being spoken, and when the words of life are spoken, then ones hear that, and then, it's like, man, those are the words of life right there. Just to hear somebody to just be like, yeah, Mo, you help, you help change my perspective, my paradigm. That's why I'm here. That's what it means to govern the truth, and that's what allows me to be at peace with the difficulty, because like I put up a post yesterday, the public is unstable and ungrateful. Unstable and ungrateful. So when you are, working to try to help others, and then this ungratefulness was being returned to you by so many ones, it begins to get difficult. But then Allah being so good, so merciful, and want to always show you how his hand is on the situation, he bring forth these type of demonstrations into your life, and it puts a smile on my soul, Mo. It just makes me feel good, Mo. And I want to say that that between you and him today, y'all have brought peace to my heart, just on this day. Because I want to say this. Right? And I want to speak to the world. I want to speak to everybody who's listening, those ones, who are out there. I put up a post about a month ago. It was an image of a sister who was consoling her Moab, right? The Moab. And when I generated the post, my communication to the AI was, this Moorish American Muslim is being stressed out by life, and he's facing, he's faced with trying to pay the bills. He's faced with trying to figure out ways to provide, and he's praying and meditating on it, while at the same time finding it difficult to believe that he can actually do it. But his Moabites embraces him and feeds him her love in order to heal him from his concern. This was my communication to the AI that generated the picture. So when you look at this picture, one thing that I noticed that's weird is that there are way more shares than it is likes. And then I start to see the picture on everybody's social media account. Individuals who never shared it or never liked it or never communicated to me that they got something from this image. And then with the podcast yesterday, right? So the podcast, and I'm like, get this information out. We Moorish Americans, get this information out. Whenever something comes across my senses, and I feel like this needs to be, given to others, I do whatever I can to get it passed around. But within our own circles, we don't receive from our own this same type of energy. And that makes it difficult for us to find peace because we don't support one another in our efforts of uplifting that we are doing on ourselves because our own unique abilities, our own unique platforms. Yes, you are unique. You have your own platform. You have your own pivot from which your energy projects itself. You are unique. That's what you do. I have a set of skills, a set of talents, while at the same time, I've been planning to create a podcast ever since from years ago. I talked to this young brother. This brother tell you I used to get him outside and walk the track. Man, tell me about social media. How does it work? How do I do it? What type of software do I need? This was the communication that I was having with this brother because I've been preparing to do this. I came home. I've been struggling trying to learn how to do this. But look what Allah did. Allah brings Ferdinand Thomas Bey into the cipher, into the circle to get the job done. Because there's no ego involved. There's no ego involved. It's only a desire to do the right thing, to create peace. Okay. Jesus said this, right? When asked if he was the Prince of Peace one time, Jesus said that the Prince of Peace must first be the Prince of Strife. Must first be the Prince of Strife, because it is a struggle to just get the nation in line. Just to get the nation in line. I studied individuals, who had started organizations or who had taken leadership roles in organizations and moved those organizations to a platform of success, brought them from the muck into a platform of success. I studied these individuals, and one thing that they all had to do was close the door on the group at a point in time. Even Japan, the nation, after the United States of America nuked Japan, Japan had to close its doors on the world to rebuild and repair. They had to close the door, get all of their citizens in one environment, and create what the mother priestess Marimba Ani calls a asili. A asili is the spiritual culture or attitude or character of a group. All right. We have to uniform our character. We have to uniform our messaging. We have to become one. The Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that we cannot be Ethiopians. What the Prophet Noble Drew Ali is communicating to us is that we cannot truly be a nation of Moors, a nation of Moabites, if we keep on allowing for ourselves to demonstrate the Ethiopian degree. We cannot be something divided. We have to come together. Now, here it is that we are all these unique pieces, each and every last one of us, but together we make one body. That's why he called the citizens of Moorish America members. Member and citizen in the Moorish Science Temple of America are synonymous, but it was important for the Prophet Noble Drew Ali to communicate to us that we are members of one divine body. One divine body. The Moorish Science Temple of America is not a place. So it never mattered to those Moors back then whether they was in temple number 1 or temple number 15. They knew that they were all members of one temple and that they all followed one prophet who was guided by God. All right. This is something that we have a disconnect it has come to the Moorish Science Temple of America, especially within the leadership, a disconnect from one another. Why is there an adept chamber of the Moorish Science Temple of America? It is a place where the leaders all come together to be magnetized by one another and create one etheric vibration, and then to bring that vibration out and to have the members to emulate that vibration.
That's a
And this
fact.
would take the chaos out of it. Our ancient ancestors in Kemet, they called these two different polarities, one Maya and one Isfet. One that meant divine law, reciprocity, and peace, while the other meant absolute chaos. All right. These two polar forces are the absolute opposites of one another. Therefore, they should not be allowed to occupy the same place at the same time. But the Quran teaches us that angel, man, and other thinking things direct the force. So if we're not directing these polarities where they supposed to be, then now our life is being governed by accident, because we are not mentally and spiritually taking control of the situation. When we've been placed here and ordained by God to be the lords of the plane of things made manifest and of the plane of soul. So we absolutely have within us the ability and the power to control this situation. Not only do we have the power and the ability to control the situation, but we can create whatever type of situation we want. We can create
That's a
whatever
fact.
type of condition that we desire.
You know, I love your measure, Mo. Real talk. I really appreciate everything you bring to the table because we need this information. Let's do a quick transition because we're coming around the end of our programming. But before we go, let's briefly dive into some of these analytics that you wanted to share with the world.
Okay. All right. So I want to show, I really want to bring to the forefront, you know, what our what the Negro problem has done to us. Okay. So let me define, let me share with everybody American Heritage's definition of a nigger. Okay. A nigger is an individual who has been politically, economically, and socially deprived. So when you are politically deprived, that means that you have had taken away from you the ability and the authority to participate in the governing of your own life. And this is what happens. So what we have here right now on the screen is the statistics. This shows by so-called race, because we know there's only one race, the human race. By so-called race, how individuals are arrested, how many people have been arrested in the United States of America. Now, the prison system is overwhelmingly colored to look like you and I, overwhelmingly. But these statistics show that Europeans are arrested way, 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 way more than Asiatics here in America. And I mean for almost every crime. Look at it. From the drug crimes that our children are being sentenced to football numbers in prison. Look who actually catch the most drug charges. And this is not just use, this is drug selling. So while this is where perception, this is where the role of perception comes into play. Because we even think and believe that we commit these crimes more than the Europeans. All right. This is where we have allowed for somebody else to implant their, desired perception that they want us to have of ourselves into our mind. Remember that the mind is a workshop. All right. So they've placed this up. Look at this. Let's go through some of these. It's kind of small. I can't even. But let's
All right.
first.
Yeah,
I want
Joe, go ahead
to
and choose one, and then I'm gonna make it larger for everybody.
Assault.
All right,
Who
assault.
commits the most assaults in the United States of America? Let's see what the numbers say.
All right, aggravated assault.
Aggravated assault.
And that is, let me highlight it first. That way it'd be easier for everybody to see that. Okay, so these are the aggravated assault numbers right here. And you guys can see We've got four ethnic groups that's represented here in
Mm-hmm.
indigenous individuals, Asians,
Mm-hmm.
Asiatics, and Caucasians, and the
Mm-hmm.
numbers is pretty much double for aggravated assault
Mm-hmm.
arrests for Caucasians or Europeans versus Asiatics. And then
Okay, so they want.
it's not even a
Well,
question.
check
It's
this
not even
out.
a conversation to have about the indigenous and the Asians.
Not even a conversation. But check this out. Because they want us to believe that we are so morally decrepit, right? So let's take a look at burglary. Let's see who's breaking in people's houses and taking people's stuff. Let's doing that. Let's see who's breaking in people's cars and taking their stuff the most. Wow, wow. There we go again. There we go
Let's take a
again.
look at let's take a look at those alcohol related numbers.
Let's look at that.
Those are wild numbers right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna highlight like three or four. Let's see these right here.
Look
These
at this.
numbers were really staggering. Like, look at that. We're talking about like so. This is the Asiatic column. This is the Caucasian column, and as you can see, look at these numbers. Look at that.
Mm. Nah, but you ratchet, Mo. You ratchet. You the one who be getting drunk and running and coming in the club and doing all type of wild junk. That be you. You and I. You know, my daughter and your son, they the ones who doing it. Not according to the police reports. Look at this stuff. Look at this. Oh, disorderly conduct. You know what?
Yeah, disorderly conduct is crazy. But you know what?
But
Hey Mo, let's definitely dive more into these numbers. Let's bring more analytics to the table so the people can know the truth of what they need to know. Um, and I think that we have come to the end of the Love, Truth,
uh,
Peace, Freedom, and Justice podcast for today. I know the brother Bay, he got to go do some schoolwork. This brother
that's
Bay
right.
got to go do some
Do some
schoolwork.
schoolwork.
Yeah, so
They say the
we
wise
about to
man
get
cultivates
we
his
about to put
mind with
that work
knowledge,
in today.
man. Before we
But
go,
let's before we go, let's end with something for the Moors to read, right? So in the Holy Koran, let me know where you'd like me to go.
okay, so I want to all week we're gonna stick with one thing. I want to go to chapter number 25 of the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, a holy covenant of the Asiatic nations, you know, because we talking about peace, and you know, the only way we gonna have peace, we gotta have unity. I want to say this in the words of the great Caesar: Moors together are strong. All right, Moors together are strong. Um, Before we end this too, I want to tell everybody to get with the sister K Bay. K Bay is selling the Moors t-shirts. You know what I mean? She's selling these she's selling the t-shirts. I don't got one on today. I've been wearing them all week, you know, trying to promote them, but I ain't got no more. I ran out, you know. But get with the sister K Bay. You know, she got the Circle 7 t-shirts. She also doing the custom designs, you know, and that money right there is going to be contributed to the uplifting the fallen humanities, you know, to the uplifting fund. So get with K Bay on social media and buy you some t-shirts and support the cause. Islam.
Islam. So I'm putting Sister
So
K Bay's
yesterday,
information up on the screen. She got the Circle 7 t-shirts.
yeah,
Y'all get on Facebook, y'all go find her. And if y'all have trouble finding her, trust and believe, Bay the True Forever is gonna know exactly where she at. So y'all go on over there. Y'all like that
that's
page.
right.
Listen, by the end of the month, all right, by the end of the month, I'm speaking this into existence. The brother Maurice Pennington Bey, this Bay the True Forever page, we gonna take that to 100,000 likes. All right, all the Moorish Nation, all
Woo.
of the MSTA, y'all need to come over here and support this brother. Go to that page and click the like button. Find some kind of content up there. Put a comment up there. Share it. Click like, click love, or something. Even if you don't feel comfortable sharing it on your personal page or something like that because of whatever reason, maybe it's for work or something. Send it in a message to somebody. Because at the end of the day, we need to get righteousness to our people. No matter how we got to do it, we got to get righteousness to our people. We got to activate the law of suggestion in righteousness so that our people can start walking the path of who they are. And there's no hurt, harm, or danger that could step in their way that could cause
That's
them
right.
any problems if they are being themselves. because they'll be able to walk that path unscathed. And there's going to be so much hurt, harm, or danger along the way. Make no mistake about it. There's going to be so many pitfalls, so many barriers, so many hurdles along the way. But those who know thyself and they walk that path diligently in righteousness, the way is revealed. The way is revealed.
Islam. I want to direct our attention to instruction number 2. Let the bonds of and therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. Islam morals. Obey the prophet and be good morals.
Y'all be blessed. Islam.